Good morning, everyone. Sorry for the short delay. As you can see, I'm just finishing my breakfast. Got my coffee. So, good morning to the two viewers. Hi, Carla. How are you? Hi, Carolyn. How are you? Yes, sorry for the short delay. I was just finishing my breakfast off. I've had one or two bits to do this morning, been in the bath. I had the washer on, so it's a bit here, so I put them in the tumble dryer. So, morning to the 6 viewers. It's been one of them mornings where, hiya, Bella, how are you? I'll just send you an invite, Mrs. You glad to be back home? Yes, Bella arrived home yesterday. She sent me a message with her and Baz together. You are still having horrible rain. It's been a bit funny here. It was really, really windy yesterday. Very dull this morning. Yeah, it's a bit funny. I don't know whether. Good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
Did you see that thing Gail put up? I'm going to bloody kill her. She flew. I borrowed that case, right? I got there and I bought a few bits from the charity shops. You know how I do.
Yeah.
And I wanted to bring them home. Well, a bag wouldn't have been big enough, and I can't do a holder because of my shoulder. So somebody said, "I'll borrow you my case." I said, "What is it?" And he turned up with this bleeding penguin. So,
I did comment on it, and I put, because I watched the vlog. Hiya, Nick, by the way, where you got the Hawaiian thing on, and I says it looks like you're on a beach in Hawaii.
Well, I was in a bloody store. She stuck all that on me and took.
And then I sort of put a comment. Oh, by the way, Bella, I love the penguin suitcase.
Oh, for God's sake! I'm going to kill her. But everywhere I went, when I was going up the escalators, she filmed it on the escalator. Oh God, bless her heart.
It weren't where's Wally. It was where's the penguin.
Bless her though. She took me all the way because I said, take me to the nearest station to her, and I'll get the tube, and then I'll get the mainline train home. But bless her, she came all the way on the tube with me, and then come to the main train with me and got me seated and sorted. I mean, she's a good girl, but I don't forgive her for the bloody penguin.
Nick says, was Gail walking her oven-ready chicken because he came across this thing.
And I saw
and everybody were commenting how much it looked like Gail, sort of from...
Did it? I didn't see it. I didn't notice.
Hiya, flying monkey, yeah.
But I'll look for that. I need ammunition.
Yeah, because the person that it is has got like a chicken on a lead. But
I've seen it. But
and then she's got odd shoes on and odd socks and everything.
Oh, that ain't Gail, bless her.
Well, we know it ain't Gail, but
I did it. It was nice though. We had a laugh, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's the main thing. Same as I say, it's been like a hectic couple of weeks for you. We've been, you know, at your daughter's and with the grandkids.
When I went, Jeanette, I said, right, my arm's 20 times worse, but it was gonna be. Yeah. Because I said, right, I won't pick the children up. I won't let the children jump on me because of it. But I can't help it.
Yeah. I mean, I've had a rollicking as well this morning.
Right.
Well, it's in my hand.
Oh, blimey, have you been to doctors?
Well, this is the thing. Over the weekend, Chris says to me, you better ring the doctors up. He says, I'm going to kick you up the jacksie.
Yeah.
Right. So he said to me, as soon as we got up this morning, don't forget ring doctors. I says, well, you know as well as I do, it's a waste of time on a Monday because it takes you about above an hour just to get through.
I know.
And then you've got to wait for them ringing you back. So I could be there all day. So I says, I'm not going to bother today, but I will do it first thing in the morning.
Yeah. It's the arthritis, isn't it?
Nick says she needs to muzzle that chicken. It's vicious.
That is a funny video. I think Nick put that up on Facebook or something.
Yeah, he put it in the group, I think, as well.
Because I've seen it before. I forgot what I was going to say now. See what I mean? I've lost my train of thought.
So were you glad to be home? And that's
as your neck.
It's more the shoulder and
Yeah.
like here. It's not so much the neck now, but I think it's like died down a bit. It's sort of like here in my collarbone.
Yeah,
and that area.
It might be arthritis as well.
Yeah. Hi Kenneth, how are you?
I think we're just going rotten, the pair of us. We just fall apart.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I've said many times. Hiya, Donna. I'm calling her Donna now. Her name's Danny. It's all right.
I haven't got the phone, so I don't know who's in it.
It's Intentions to Murder, but she did have a channel before, and it was called Wow Really. And when Chris used to go in Chris's, he always used to call her Donna, but her name is actually Danny. Well, it's Danielle, but it's So whenever she came in, Chris always used to call her Donna, and he's got me at it now. So yeah, the title, we nearly had a catastrophe.
Yeah, what was that about?
Well, it went out yesterday, flying the drone, and there's two Steves that live locally. Yeah. Now Chris has been out with him several times.
Yeah.
But there was a young lad. Well, he weren't a young lad. He were about Ian's age, I think he said. Yeah. Hiya, Alex, how are you? And he's got a P4 Advance, which is same as Chris's, but it's the Advance, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
yeah. Phantom 4. So that's bloody men for you. So anyway, Chris's drone. I mean, if you go and watch it, you'll know what I'm talking about, Bella. And I urge everyone to go over. And it says, I forgot what the title is now. But anyway.
It's Chris's last video, yeah?
Yeah, he posted it last night. He posted a short one this morning because he did like a time-lapse thing.
Yeah.
And Chris is there with drone. And all of a sudden, boom, out of nowhere, this other drone. And it nearly hit him. It nearly hit his drone.
Oh.
Yeah, Alex says he saw it. It was mental. Yeah. And Chris, I mean, I'll not repeat what Chris said.
No, bet not. I can imagine. I know Chris. I can imagine.
Yeah, and he says, just in that 1 second, he says, I aged 10 years.
I bet he did.
And he were getting him a right mouthful, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Because it were a really, really. I mean, if you watch the video, you see it, and it sort of went, woof, you know, and it come within a cat's whisker.
Oh my Lord!
And Chris says. It was sort of saying when he come in, he was chunching away, and he says, if he'd have bloody hit it, he says, I'd have had his drone. He says, you know what? He says, I'd have made him buy me a new, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Right,
but it's not as if they not a lot of money, because they are. And
it's not as if the sky is not bloody big enough. Why's he got to go so close to Chris?
I don't know. But Chris had said it were only his second time out on it.
Oh, well, he don't know what he's doing then.
Yeah, exactly. And Chris says, you know, he's inexperienced. I mean, the other Chris, there were two Steves. And same as he says, we're all experienced drone pilots. Yeah. And it shows the lad's inexperience nearly crashing into Chris.
Exactly. Oh, blimey, I bet his heart was in his mouth.
He says, well, put it this way. He says, I thought I'd got to change my underpants when it got hot. Yeah. He says, I thought I was going to have to change my underpants when I got home.
Bless him.
So, yeah, you know, and you know, he says, basically, he says, when they say your heart were in my mouth, he says, my heart literally were in my mouth.
I bet.
But same as Chris says, it shows the lad's inexperience at flying, because he said to I don't know whether it were beforehand, but we were only saying, well, this is only my second time out with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I urge everybody to come watch Pixie's latest.
I will. Yeah. As soon as this is finished, I will.
I'll tell you what the title of it is. I'll just look. I'm sorry if I'm getting distracted.
That's all right. I need to get my phone or something because let me just get my phone because I can't see the chat.
Okie doke then. Hi, Keith. But yeah. And yeah. Phantom 4 Advance nearly what is it? Sorry, I've got the sound up, sorry. Phantom 4 Advance nearly takes out my Phantom 4. And I'm kidding you, you'll be on the edge of your seats. Hiya, Roy King. Just popping in to say hello quickly. Okay. But yeah, Keith, he went out flying with some like local lads. One of the guys hadn't never been out with him before. He'd got the Phantom 4 Advance. He'd only ever flown once. And, you know, if you haven't, watch the, you know, you'll see how close it comes to nearly knocking him out of the sky. Yeah. Hiya, Cobra. Yes, it's all healed up. Thank you very much. Yeah. And Nick says his drone would have shredded that Phantom. But yeah, if nobody's watched it, go and watch it and you'll see how close it came to him. Yeah. And the same as I was just telling Bella, he thought he'd got to change his underpants by the time he got home.
Let's just get this on so I can see what people...
But that sort of then it came out that the lad had only ever flown once before. So it just shows the lad's inexperience. I mean, he's been out several times with the other two. Never had a problem. And that was the lad's first time going out with him. There were 4 of them all together. And it was him that nearly crashed into Chris's drone. But same as he says, it just shows his inexperience. And sort of now, Chris is shrugging it off and saying, well, these things happen. But it had been all the same if it had knocked it out.
Exactly.
But yeah, he, yeah.
I'm probably can chat now. What's the matter?
Right, I think I sort of think he's calmed down a little bit. So,
bad though.
Pardon?
It's bad though that there's enough to frightening.
I mean, it's sort of, it's not right at the beginning. It is towards the end. But yeah, I mean, if you watch it, Bella, you'll see what.
As soon as this is over, I'll watch
yeah, you'll see what I mean. But yeah, so Bossman's not feeling very clever.
Is he not? I'm just going through because I don't know who's on.
Yeah, Nick says, hope they gave him a good talking to. Well, I was just saying to Bella, put it this way, the air turned blue. And Chris sort of gave him a right rollicking. Hiya, Mars, how are you? So, yeah. But he says just in that moment, he says, I aged 10 years.
I bet he did.
But I sort of put a comment on it and I put, it's a good job he didn't oscillate or had me to deal with. And I sort of put some emojis like, anyway, he's, well, I'll read you the comment. I put he would have had me to deal with if he had. And then I was sweating just watching it. So, and Chris put, I know, but we'll let him off. He was just learning at Pixie's expense. He's on YouTube and his name's Wayne Goldpig or something. And he put, I felt really bad about it. I thought Chris was flying over the other side of the road. Definitely won't happen again.
No, defo won't.
Yeah. But you see, it don't matter whether he thought Chris were flying the other side of the road. He should be watching at all times.
Can I just quickly say, Alex is in, isn't he? I tried to get on support your live stream yesterday, Alex, but I was on the train, and every time I went under an arch or something, I was on the train's Wi-Fi, and it just cut out, so I couldn't carry on. But I did.
Yeah, Adam says, right, I'm going to go and try and sleep. Wish me luck. Well, I go and have a good rest, Adam. And hi, Jason. How are you?
Hello.
Hi, are you feeling?
Adam.
Are you feeling better?
A little bit. Yeah, getting there. Yeah.
Good, good.
Hi, Jason.
Bella. Hi, Bella.
Hi, Keith. Yeah, I'm just reading you. I had a lovely weekend with Gail. I did, but honestly, she's not my flavour of the month at the minute. Do you know? I did have a nice weekend with her.
Yeah.
Hi, Bella.
Hi, my darling. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm getting there, hon.
It's all to do with the penguin suitcase. I'll tell you what it's about. When she came on, she says, I'm going to blooming kill that Gail.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear.
It's on her site. Anybody have a look. It's on Gail's YouTube page. What an
because she put a vlog up, like a meeting Bella, and it's all to do with the suitcase, really.
I'll have to go watch it after this.
I'm going to kill her. It's not even my suitcase. It's one I borrowed off a friend. Oh.
So, question is, Bella, why have you reverted back to your old glasses?
Because the screw fell out of my new ones halfway home. So, you know, so I'm sitting there reading, all of a sudden the glasses dropped out on my lap. And I tried to put it back in, it kept going through. And you know the little screw that holds it here?
Yeah, the one that holds the arm on, you mean?
Yeah, well, it fell off. So there's nothing to hold that part together. That part's just opening up there.
Yeah.
So now I've got to get back into Specsavers, and it's quite a way from me where I live. So I'll have to get in there, though. I'm not putting up with that. No,
I'm going to say, I mean, what you've had them less than a week. It shouldn't be happening if you've had them less than a week.
Exactly. Shouldn't be.
Jason's saying.
Oh my gosh.
Jason's put penguin suitcase. What the heck? Well, go and watch Random Life Productions' latest video, and you'll understand. It's all about the penguin, basically. And she's got Bella with all the Lee, and I says it looks like she's sitting on the beach in Hawaii because Gail had dressed her up in all this like Hawaiian stuff.
Oh, jeez. Poor Bella.
Oh no, good job. I'm up for a laugh, isn't it? I said, excuse me, I'm a serious beauty diva. Do you mind not doing it?
Well, you know what they say, Bella. Patience is a virtue, because some way or other you'll probably get your own back on her.
You mark my words.
She's gonna get it back.
Hi, chocolate mommy. How are you? But yeah, I were laughing all the way through it. I thought it really hilarious. And I sort of put a comment, and I says, you look like you've just got off the beach in Hawaii. And by the way, Bella, I love the penguin.
Right. And then she's following me around all the posh makeup. She took me into this really posh store, right? And all the posh makeup that I could never afford, rubbing me nose in it. And then she's coming around and filming me, looking at all this posh makeup. She cut the bit off where I said, written off with that camera.
But I mean, I can imagine Bella, you know, she'd done it on purpose, taking around all this posh makeup and everything. And I mean, it were like So as I say, Chris had a near miss with a drone yesterday.
Oh no.
It were a lad that went with him. I mean, he's been out with. There were two Steves, and there were Chris. They've been out several times.
Yeah.
And they brought this other lad along with them. He'd only flown his drone once before.
Oh no.
And if you watch Pixie's, not the time lapse one because he did that this morning. It's from last night. You'll understand what I mean. It come within an air's whisker of crashing into Chris's drone.
Oh my gosh.
And it were that close.
I would have been freaking.
It did. Whoa. It turned the air blue.
Of course he did. No wonder. There would have been. I can understand that, bless him, because that's his baby, isn't it?
Well, yeah, and as well. I mean, same as Chris says, an experienced drone pilot knows where everyone is. He should have been watching.
Yeah.
Obviously. Hi, Laura. He's put morning at it. Love Amelia.
I'm just sorting that because I'm not plugged in.
That sounds good. I'm not plugged in.
I was going to say, Bella, is there something you need to tell us?
Well, she's like me, Vicky. She needs plugging into things every now and again.
I need to have the leading because otherwise I'll go out halfway through.
Oh, okay.
So I just have to shift the thing so I can put the cord in. You know how organised I am, guys.
Absolutely not. Just teasing you, Bella.
Oh, dear.
Did you miss me, Bella?
This afternoon. What?
I said, did you miss me?
All on my own without any advice.
Oh, yeah. Jason says, I don't know if he watches, but can we send prayers to Mike Tapp, please? He's recovering from a stroke.
Oh, wow.
Every one of us will be thinking and praying for him. And it don't matter, Mars. It was, I sort of didn't decide till the last minute to go live because I went live yesterday afternoon. I thought, well, I've got everything done. We decided, obviously, with Chris. I mean, that's another funny story, Bella.
Mm.
I woke up about 3 o'clock yesterday morning. Well, we were talking about it Saturday evening, right? And it were going out, obviously, with the other droners. So he says to me Saturday evening, he says, I ought to get you to pack some sandwiches or something up. He says, because I don't know how long we're going to be out. He was taking the flask and everything. So I says, I mean, this were about 10 o'clock. I says, well, now you tell me. So I says to him, I says, I tell you what, I says, when you get up in the morning, I says, I'll quickly come down. I'll make you some sandwiches. I says, and, you know, you'll be all set to go. So anyway, about 3 o'clock in the morning, I woke up. As I do, tossing and turning, couldn't get back to sleep. So I thought, sod it. About 4 o'clock, I came down here and thought, well, it's quiet.
Hi, darling, all right. Jeanette's on.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Gafford, you can hear me talking.
But yeah, anyway, so I came down here about 4 o'clock in the morning, and I thought, I know, while it's quiet, I'll do him a pack up. I'll put hot water in his flask and everything ready for when he gets up.
Yeah.
He does, but it's like Callum, if asked about it's easy for me to do it and blah, 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 you know.
Exactly.
Anyway, well, the idea was, Jason, because it were like late Saturday night when he mentioned it, he says, oh, don't worry about it. He says, I'll do it first thing in the morning. So anyway, same as I say, I woke up at 3 o'clock. At 4 o'clock, I still couldn't get back to sleep. So I thought, I know, I'll go downstairs. I'll sort everything out. So anyway, I'm sat there. I was waiting for kettle to boil. I was just buttering some bread rolls, cobs, or whatever you call them. And I never heard him come downstairs, Bella. So I'm sat there, happily away in my own little world, making these...
Sarnies.
What's that?
It's all right. Sorry if Kaz and I missed you yesterday. Oh, it was one of them days. I mean, I went live myself, so I don't think I actually went in yesterday. I can't remember whether I did or not. I just like to pop in, say hello, and anyway. So I never heard him come down. So I'm sat there in my own little world, buttering these bread rolls and everything, and all of a sudden, he was stood behind me about wet myself.
Oh God! How many times is he gonna do this to you before you? Oh my!
Oh well, his thing was, he said, "Well, I heard somebody moving about downstairs." I says, "Well, how many burglars do you know are doing your pack up for you?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is a burglar going to sit here doing your pack lunch? You know. I says, well, next time, I says, leave them a note and say, well, thank you very much, burglar, for doing my pack lunch. By the way, there's nothing worth stealing, so just pack my lunch up for me.
Oh God!
Yeah, but and I says, well, I says you ought to have guessed. I says because I weren't in bed outside of you.
Exactly.
And he sort of says, well, you know where I'm. He says, you know where I'm like first thing in the morning. I says, tell me about it. I says, you and Callum are both like zombies when you first get up.
Oh my!
You know.
You're right. They'd come in here to burgle. They'd leave a few bob in sympathy.
That's what I says. I says next time. I says leave a note and thank burglar for packing your sandwiches up for you.
Oh my gosh! Only Pixie. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Only Chris.
Oh, bless you.
Well, you know, first of all, it nearly gave me an heart attack because I never heard him come down.
Yeah.
Two, he thought it were a burglar. Burglar that's making you sandwiches for you and making your flask up. I don't think so. I mean, you know, there's kind burglars and then there's kind burglars. You know, they're more interested in pinching your TV and your laptop and whatever rather than make sandwiches for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Did anyone see my baby doing my makeup?
Say that again, Bella.
Well, have you put that up today, Bella?
It's Friday's one.
Oh right. No, I don't think I've watched that.
What?
No, I don't have.
It was my baby doing my makeup. You got to watch it.
Oh.
It's all right. I'm laughing at. I'm laughing at Jason. What he's put. He says it's like a mugger stealing your wallet and then taking you to Ritz for a slap up meal.
I know.
It's okay, Mars. Apart from nearly having heart failure yesterday because a inexperienced droner that went with them nearly crashed into his drone. Did you have your swag bag? Yeah.
Like a Mac stealing your wallet and then taking you to the Ritz. And stole my wallet, you wouldn't even get a Mac.
Oh my God.
Let alone the Ritz.
I don't know whether I follow Goldie or not. I've seen him in Bossman's, but going back to Mars is part. Sometimes I go in the Canadian Drone Network.
Right. I like them. They're awesome.
Yeah. And he always speaks to me. And some, as I say, go and watch Pixie's latest video. Well, not the one that he posted this morning. He did a time-lapse one this morning, but it was like from yesterday evening. You'll see how close.
What was that whistle?
I'm wondering myself.
Was it in your house or mine?
Yeah, I think it sounded like it was coming from over there. Either Chris's, I can't have forgot his phone because he messaged me.
It was like hoo-hoo, wasn't it?
Yeah, I heard it. It sounded like it was coming from over there.
I thought it was in here.
Yeah. Jason, you can post the link if you want. It's the Cobb Challenge. Oh, right. It says there's a link. He wants to post a link for the Cobb challenge. But
Oh.
yeah, I mean, Mars and Nick, you know, if you haven't already watched it, go over and watch it because it's.
Yeah.
I think even I was sweating when I watched it, you know, and I weren't there, but you know, he turned the air blue and he gave him a few choice words, but.
Baz, have a look at Pixie's, at Chris's page, his YouTube channel, not the last video he put up, the one before. It's a drone one, but just have a look and see what happened to him. Okay, sorry guys.
Yeah, it's sort of Phantom 4 Advance nearly took out my Phantom 4, something like that. Can't remember title of it. But yeah, but it was one. I know it will. He posted that one last night, but he's done like a time lapse thing this morning. So.
Oh, Gail was talking about time lapse.
Oh, talk of the devil and the sure to appear.
Yep. Hello.
Don't even speak to me. I'm going. I'm not even speaking.
She's been calling you something rotten, Gail. I'll tell her.
Hi, Mrs. Steve.
I'll tell Gail. I'll what's it on you, Bella?
Yeah.
About the video with the penguin case, by the way, if you're wondering.
Honestly.
Hi,
Baz. Hi, Baz.
Oh dear.
Hi, Gail.
Hashtag I'm a penguin. I put up with that. I honestly don't.
Oh dear.
All right, everywhere we was going, she had this, and she's got nice equipment, you know, and she's got the camera sort of slung on her hip. So she brings it round to the front and it's filming, and I don't even know it's been filming. And then she shows me what she's done going up the escalator, and then she films all the makeup and then me swearing at her. Oh, she didn't put the bit in me swearing at her. On the escalator. And then when I was going home, it's like, oh, here we go. Now the penguin's going back to the north. And she filmed me going.
Hiya, Carter. Hiya, Emma.
Oh, God. Honestly. All you can see is me.
Mars says that's in his notifications, but Mars, go and watch it. It was sort of a cat's whisker.
Poor old Pixie.
Yeah, I were laughing as well, Baz. I nearly wet myself. I was laughing.
Oh, thanks for the support, Baz.
Yeah. And if Gail's wondering what we're on about, he went out with, well, 3 other droners yesterday. 2 that he's been out with before, and a very accomplished drone flyers. And there were this one lad, and he's got like the Phantom 4 Advance, similar to what Chris has got, but this is the Advance. But he'd only ever flown it once before. I urge Gail and everybody to come watch it. It came that close to crashing into Pixie's drone, and I mean that close.
If she's not used to flying, isn't that drone a bit advanced for someone who's new?
True.
Well, put it this way. I mean, when Chris had got the P3, Gail flown that, and she'd never flown a drone before in her life. You know, when they came over at just before Christmas.
Oh, right.
And Mars says, oh my God, that's close. Wow. Yeah, exactly. They were my sentiments exactly. I was sweating just watching it.
Oh boy.
It came like literally that close to knocking Chris's drone out of the sky. And then he sort of put a comment under Chris's, I'm sorry, I thought you were over the other side of the road. But same as Chris told Gail, you've got to keep your eyes on it at all times.
Yeah.
You've got to be watching it, you know. Yeah. I want one, Baz says.
Yes, we know.
Okay, stop telling us. We know. We're working on it. No.
Yeah, Mars says no. The P4 is easier to fly than a toy. It is. It's dead simple.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So, birthday girl on Saturday. You've got to do a live stream.
Yes. At some point I will.
And
I don't know what time it'll be. I sort of said yesterday when I did the live stream yesterday, I am on about doing a live stream, but I don't know.
Your birthday.
No.
And we'll all come on. We'll all come on.
Hiya, Sanjeev. Great laugh. Sorry. I just can't help it.
No.
Just one thing to anyone that's new in here. Don't ask for support because it will be freely given. Thank you. But yes, so I was just about to say, please do not ask for support. As Vicky says, it will be freely given.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And it's same for like asking to be a moderator, because I had a person in the other day, make me a mod, and I kept saying, once we know you, once we trust you, blah blah blah, I will make a moderator, because I've only just made Jason a moderator, and he's been in several. Yeah.
Sorry, my alarm clock.
But yes, I mean, to say Chris aged 10 years yesterday, it was an understatement. Because same as Bella says, the drone is Pixie's baby.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not as if they were cheat. It's cheat. They're not. But same as Chris says, he says, well, put it this way, had he knocked it out the sky, it'd have been buying me a new one.
He's in there.
Oh, well, rightly so.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, and bless his heart, Callum's up to the neck in a cold, and he sat there last night and he says, I'm still going to school. I'm still going to school.
Aww.
And he's been unwell. Oh, I mean, this is the thing. Friday night, and as you know, I don't sleep very soundly anyway. But it was up and down all night Friday night.
Oh no, poor kid.
So, but you see, the thing is, Vicky, I have to. It's all right, my ears in my eye. He can't take paracetamol tablets because he's like me. I can't swallow tablets very well.
Yeah.
So he has to have Calpol. So
Okay.
Saturday night, I said to him, I says, right, that's it. I says, you're having some Calpol tonight.
Yeah.
And he slept, well, put it this way as well. Saturday morning, they were up at 8 a.m. And that's not like Callum.
Oh, wow. So how's he feeling now, though? Much better?
Is a lot better.
Oh, that's good.
Nick says, not after you update it, isn't as a mind of its own.
Did he go to school today, though? Yeah.
Yes, he's gone to school. Yeah, he wrote.
My kids would have been begging for the day off.
No, it said at the weekend. He says, "I'm still going to school. I'm still going to school."
Oh wow! See, that's like my dad. My dad was like that with work. Like he would literally have to be sitting one end on the toilet and his face in a bucket for him to take the day off. That's the way my dad always was.
But yeah, I think it as well, because it's like an important year, like exams, etc.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there is certain days when he comes home and I hate school and all this, that, and other. But it's just like a little bit of a glitch. You know what I mean? He's probably had a bad day or something.
But that's
on the whole,
he still wants to. It's good, especially at this time. At this time, because this is a really important time. So it's good he feels like that.
Yeah, I mean, some as I say, he does have days where, you know, he's had a bad day and you know, I hate school and all this, that, and other. But on the whole, he does like school.
Yeah. We all have those days when we're grown up, when we're working, when we're not, whatever. We all have those days, don't we?
Well, we're not talking about the PS4, Jason. We're talking about the P4, which is the Phantom 4, the drone. I think it's got its wires crossed there a bit. But yeah, we're talking about drones, the P4.
Oh God. Oh, Nick, really?
No, Jason thinks he's talking about the PS4, but Nick's talking about the Phantom 4. Yeah.
It's what he sent in the group thing.
Oh, right. I've just had a notification about that.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Nick will never change. He said there's the was it the Facebook group chat?
Yeah, in the group.
He's put something, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, he's posted a photograph. It says it didn't exactly show me what it is, but
yeah.
Women talking about drones, but yeah, and that's why I put we nearly had a catastrophe.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, it were same as I say. I mean, to have caught it on camera as well, and same as he says, it's there for everyone to see.
Yeah.
How close it did come. It did come close.
No, not yet. Okay.
We need the swearing bit.
Yeah, we need the swearing bit in the video. But you see, the thing is, when you're flying the drone, they down on the floor, you know, on the ground, the thing is up in the air. But I think it was the swearing came afterwards when it landed.
Yeah, exactly. Probably.
You know, you know, if anything, Chris, it keeps his eye on it. You know what I mean? So obviously, when it nearly happened, it got to land it safely. So I think the swearing came afterwards.
Oh my gosh. Poor Pixie.
Yeah, Nick says he had his P4 fly off, and Mar says, "Do you know why it did it?" And so yes, so Jason Baz Burton is Bella's husband, by the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then something to that effect, Jason. But yeah, and a few choice words, and he says he nearly had to change his underwear when he got home. But yeah, so
obviously he's one of those people that's going to have to take his drone out a few more times in practice before.
Well, same as Chris says. He says it's just my luck. He says that somebody, you know, I mean, because see, the other two have got the Mavic.
Yeah.
Which, same as he says, are like small drones.
Yeah.
He's not had a problem with them. It was just this guy. It was the first time going out flying with them. Plus, he'd only flown it once before, so he must have just purchased it or whatever. But yeah.
I think he was wearing red dresses.
It were that time he come back, Jason. And he'd got a lot more grey hair by the time he come back.
For God's sake, I don't know where Nick gets these jokes. I really
don't.
£300 cheaper than Thomas Cook. Oh dear.
Honestly. I copied a couple of his jokes and sent them to my mates over the last week. And where did you get that joke? Oh my!
From this wacko one.
Hey, I don't know what's happening or whatever, but I was able to watch Ian live at his
good.
last night on my phone.
Oh, wow.
But I mean, before I've not been able to.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, and Sophie was with him,
Oh, good.
and he sung a song just for me.
Aw.
I forgot what it were now, like, but I forgot.
Oh, it's nice that he's
Pardon
to
me,
see him up
elbow.
and running, though, isn't it?
Yeah, you could tell he's still not 100%, but
Yeah.
I mean, like he was saying, I think it was Saturday night,
Oh.
needs must or something, you know what I mean? And I says, well, you know, it's all well and good, but if you're not 100%, you know, you could knock yourself off kilter even more and be off even longer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nick, your jokes are bloody awful.
Hiya, Bomber. What was the almost catastrophe? Chris went out with a drone and a fellow droner nearly crashed into him. It came back close to crashing into Chris's drone. So, but I had to laugh at Barmy yesterday because I put, I've got terrible wind or something. And she went, I've got an idea of what you're saying. She says, but I bought my gas mask just in case. And no, it sort of came that close to knocking pixies out the sky. But Barmer hit 500 in my live stream yesterday.
Yay!
Well done. Well done.
You know, she was saying, oh, I'm like 3 away from 500. And I kept saying, everybody support Barmer. You know, and she actually got above 500. So
Good.
So Barmer's on about doing a giveaway.
Well, I did a live stream, an impromptu live stream Saturday night with Gail and lost 8 subscribers.
Oh, wow.
It's all right, I'm laughing. She says, well, Jeanette Picker and I've stuck my foot in my mouth so many times here, the mercy I have to come prepared, love.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Oh, my God.
Well, you're not on your own because Bella has to message me sometimes and ask what we're talking about.
Oh, yeah. I messaged everyone and asked them what we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, no.
In fact, people message me because they're sure I don't know what we're talking about.
Gail's put out to low subscribers with Gail.
Exactly.
I did 8 subscribers I lost, but like I said, because I'm not distributed, because I joke and I muck about as well. Maybe some of them don't like that, but that's who I am, you know.
Yeah.
Well, it's I mean, it's like me, Bella. I always say, well, you like love me or hate me, you know.
Yeah.
I don't give a monkeys, you know. It's done, you know. Don't let it you on the what's it on the way out. Right. Chris went out flying the drone, and he was with 3 fellow droners that live locally. Right. Now, the other 2 he's been out with several times, and without incident. Now, there was a lad that went out with them yesterday that had only just got the drone and only flown it once before, and came about that close to knocking Pixie's drone out the sky.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, Barmer says that's what I love about you, Jeanette. You know, what you see is what you get. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know, and it's, I mean, like, same as Bella says, I mean, I'm not going to change for anybody. I am what I am. Love me or hate me. I don't give a, you know.
You shouldn't have to change for anybody. This
No.
is why this is why they tuned in the first place. So if you don't like it, like we always say, don't let the door hit you in the arse on the way out.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
It's, I always knew I'd be that because I love the beauty. I really love it. But that's not all I am, you know. There's other sides to me as well, and yeah, I just show that. So if it's not what you want, there's plenty of other channels that'll do it.
Well, this is it. I mean, the whole aim of your channel is in the title, Beauty on a Budget.
Yeah.
Same as you say, you ain't got a fortune to spend on high-end makeup, etc. So that's why
Even though I've had plenty of it rubbed in my face over this weekend, I would like to say.
Oh, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
No, Gail filmed me drooling over all this expensive makeup that I would never be able to afford, and she stuck it up on camera. Oh. She's on borrowed time, I tell you.
It's all right, I'm laughing at Nick's throat. I've just found out my granddad was half Chinese and half Irish. His name is Pat Noodle.
Where does he get?
Where
the hell does he get him?
Gail says, have some Mac, Bella.
What's she say?
Have some Mac.
Yeah, she's not talking about McDonald's either.
She's talking about
Somebody
the
put her on
expensive
time
makeup.
out. Oh, they can't. She's a lost name. Don't worry about it, baby. You get more support. I know, honey.
Well, it's like mine over the past week or two. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. You know what I mean? And it's been like that for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
No, it's just I've just lost quite a few over this weekend. I think it's about 8 or 10. And yet, you know, everything I've done is what I've enjoyed. So I'm not going to stop doing what I enjoy.
Well, this is it. And Mars has just put, I'm fig jam. If you don't like it, don't forget to close the door on the way out.
Yeah.
Jeanette Pickering, love you. Well, you see, this is it. I mean, I'm not sitting here pretending to be something I'm not. You know what I mean? For anybody, I am what I am, and you know, like it, lump it, as I say. And it's like going back to me like baking videos. Yeah, I sit down to do my baking videos, and then you look on YouTube, and you've got some of the bakers that are getting like 15,000-20,000 views on the thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and I keep saying to Chris, I say, well, where am I going wrong? You know, am I doing something wrong? And he says, no. It says, basically, it says they're professionals.
Yeah.
It says you're not. It says you do things that are simple enough or easy enough for other people to do.
Yeah. It's the same with me. That's exactly how it works with me, Jeanette. I don't grow like the big divas because they've all got. I just buy simple things. Luxury is super drug for me, or boots, you know. So, and just what any housewife can do.
Yeah.
You're baking. Any housewife can do it.
Yeah. And Mama says, "No, oh, what's your first name?" It's Vicky.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, same as Chris said to me. It says, well, it says basically, it says you're on a level where people watch your content
and relate to you.
Yeah, they find it easy enough to understand. And I've had several comments saying, "Oh, I've made that, yeah. And that's basically what I do it for."
Exactly, same as what exactly.
Monkey.
This guy got taken into hospital to have 10 rabbits removed from his posterior. When they asked him what his name was, he said Warren.
Warren. Oh my God.
Cheapers.
He says Mars twerky drones. Love life and just twerk. I'd have a job, Mars, because the top half's, well, sort of okay-ish, but the bottom half's shot. The legs don't work. Oh, dear.
What's the difference between a genealogist and a gynecologist? Come on. Come on. What is it then?
Yeah, come on, hurry up, Nick. We need.
Yeah. And Jason says, I think I know this one.
Is he cracking jokes again?
I don't know, Nick. I don't know where it gets them from. He can't surely have them all. Oh,
It's like sort of waiting on edge of a cliff, isn't it?
I know.
Waiting for him to put answer.
My phone is buffering, but the iPad isn't, so I don't get that. Was it?
Yeah, the joke that Jason thing, rabbits live down a warren.
Yeah.
Jason's put a warren is where rabbits live. He says, oh, you can just dance and put the vid on YouTube like I did. Yeah, this is about limit to my dance.
Hello, Baz.
Hello, Vicky, my darling. How are you?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm not super well, but I'm all right.
That's good.
Yes. Barmer says, what is a warren? And then she put a rabbit hole with a question mark. Yes.
Yeah.
And Jason's put basically, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Nick answered the joke. He says the difference between a gynecologist and a genealogist is one looks up your family tree, the other looks up your bush.
I don't know where he gets them all from.
Nick's just got a sick sense of humor, that's all.
Yeah. Barmer's put, bless it, I learn something new every day.
Yeah.
You can just imagine, well, if you're wondering, Barmer's name is Sharon, you can just imagine her sitting with notebook writing everything down in a notebook.
That's it.
Oh, dear.
I'll have them. They're out for me. I'll have them. Don't worry, I'll use them up. Not to worry.
Oh my gosh. The joke.
So have you got a quiz this afternoon, Dick?
Yes. Phobia trivia.
Oh, that should be good for me.
Thanks for the answers, Vicky. I'll pay you later.
Oh, you're welcome, Baz, anytime.
Yeah, well, because is it just the winner that's not eligible to win, or is it first, second, and third?
It's first, second, and third, but it's just to give other channels a chance. But you can still come into the quiz.
Oh, well.
If you win, you can still participate and still win, but you get a chance to donate your points to someone else in the chat that needs recognition or hasn't won in a while or whatever. It's up to you to donate your points to them. Because
donate mine to Vicky.
Gail's invented a new one. That one's a new one to write down in your book.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
I'm gonna annihilate her, right? Vicky's quiz this afternoon is on phobias.
It's phobias, Jason.
One day, Mac, you know I like Mac Cosmetics.
Yeah.
Macaphobia.
But Jeanette, it's a new week this week, so if you want, if it's a new week this week, so every Monday it just starts over.
Yeah.
Right? So
well, not that I'm going to win.
I don't even know where I come last time. Or
You
the time
never
before
know.
that.
I know arachnophobia's fear of spiders, and that's about my limit.
Yeah.
You should hear some of the phobias.
Oh, sorry, I know another one, agoraphobia, which is open spaces.
Yeah. Bella got 11 points last time for the candy trivia.
Where did I come?
11 points. That was fourth place.
All right, I'm laughing at what Gail's put. Mac attack Bella hitting me with her handbag. Keeps coming out of these. Keeps coming out of these puns, don't she?
Percy Penguin.
I'll hit you with the penguin next time.
Yep, that's right.
Nick says, don't blame me
Will you stop?
for the bad jokes of these gashead mates that keep sending them in.
Holy cow!
My favourite one was definitely the drug addict. Oh, that made me laugh.
Yeah.
You know the one I'm talking about?
Well, this is the thing. Now we've got Gail in here. Equinox can ask Gail herself.
What?
About the chicken.
Oh, yeah.
Penguinitis. Bella missing her penguin.
She's awful to me.
And Jason's put, I think I need a handbag to defend myself.
Yeah, maybe.
You're going to need a big one, mate.
How's the chicken?
How's the chicken doing?
Anybody who comes straight in on this stream and just looks at the comments, I think, what?
Probably Gail sitting there and thinking, what the heck's he talking about? All right, I'm just for Gail's peace of mind. I'm just going to I'm just going to see if I can find it in the group.
No, just let her wonder. Let her wonder.
See, what chicken?
Bella's
like,
keep her
guessing. I've seen that one.
Even Baz is saying keep her guessing. You are awful. Well, put it this way, Gail, it's payback. Wait,
it's not me. I never said nothing.
Gail is Random Life Productions.
Yeah.
And anybody who's into techno or likes anything techno, Gail is your gal.
Yeah.
She's very, very good.
Gail is a bird with macophobia. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Yeah, she has a great voice too, Gail.
Singing voice, she has. She's
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Nick's put, I hope you have a chicken license for that chicken. I think everybody but Gail understands.
Send her that video, Jeanette.
Yeah.
Oh, no, don't do it.
Don't do it, Baz.
Oh dear me.
Don't let her in.
I've got to find it first.
No.
You got it?
Yeah.
Goodness.
Because it was quite a while ago. So
I don't know where it is now.
It was over the weekend. Friday, I think it was.
No, the chicken walking was before that.
Sure, it was Thursday, Friday.
No, it was last week. It was for the kids coming, I think.
No, it wasn't.
Wasn't it?
No.
Oh dear.
I can't remember.
You can find it. Go to his Facebook.
There's Bar McGrit says, "Oh, I thought you were saying Bella was Gail." No.
No.
But funny thing is, but not a lot of people know this, but Bella isn't actually Bella.
Don't.
Yeah.
Everybody knows it now.
Well, if they've tuned into my live streams before, they'll know.
Yep.
She's taking it to obedience classes. It can receive
Oh dear me. Well, she's got it walking well on a lead, put it that way. Yeah, Gail, I didn't have to say anything because Gail's put it.
Yep. Oh my goodness.
I mean, I'm one of these that like to keep people guessing and
Yeah.
saying, well, Bella ain't really a Bella.
I know, me too.
Jesus says he's been coming in here for a while. He still doesn't know what we're talking about half the time.
Well, if you read Gail's comment about Bella is an undercover Jeanette,
Bella,
Yeah.
have you
yeah,
taught
just
it to
just
catch
think
frisbees?
about it.
What?
What's that?
Bella, have you taught it to catch frisbees yet? It's not my chicken, Jason. It's Gail's.
Yeah, but the thing is, Bella, did you take it for a walk when you visited over the weekend?
Did I what?
I said, did you take it for a walk while you were there over the weekend?
No, we took the penguin. He was a bit frightened he'd eat the chicken.
I bet Gail's sitting there thinking, what the heck they're talking about?
She knows.
Oh no.
Oh,
I did nothing but laugh all over the weekend.
I'm still trying to find it.
Uh-oh. Boy. Oh my God.
I'm as far back as at beginning of September now, and I still haven't found it yet.
I don't know even where to look for it.
It's in the
Facebook group, isn't it?
yeah, it's in the group somewhere.
Hey, Alex.
What, who's time JDS? That is a
Oh, it's because he was asking for support the way he would.
yeah.
If you do not
Okay
have
then.
me
Yeah.
and show me love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has been in before, but
We do say we say time and time again, isn't it? We just support each other naturally.
yeah, well that's it. I mean, you don't ask for support, it gets freely given. I mean, and that's what Vicky says every time.
Yep. We all love each other, we give each other free support, and that's it. You know.
I mean, it's like when Barmer came in on yesterday. I mean, she were only saying sort of as like a throwaway comment, I only need 3 more to get to 500, and I kept saying, yeah. I mean, I do say, you know, same as Vicky says, don't ask for support because it's freely given.
Yeah.
And we've already Bella's already tagged one out for doing exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
I always make sure I say that right at the beginning of the quiz, or even halfway through. I always make sure to tell everybody.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, but it's just, you know, we want to get to know you as a person. We don't want you to just come in and start asking for support. We understand
Exactly.
you.
Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Yeah.
I don't know whether Gail can see it, but it's a lady with a chicken, and everybody's saying it looks like you. Hiya, Ian.
She's blonde.
She found it.
Yeah.
She's blonde, isn't she?
And got
she's holding it.
odd shoes on as well. I mean, like at a sideways glance, it does look like Gail, if you know what I mean.
I don't know. I can't really see because the bar's still there.
It's like a I don't know whether I can get it full.
Yeah.
Ian. I'll share it. I'll send it to Gail.
Hi, Ian. Hi, hon.
Hi, Ian.
But yeah, it's like same as Sharon says. I was just sharing her excitement with my friends, not asking for subs. Exactly, Sharon. Yep. This is what we were saying. It was freely given. You didn't have to ask for it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah. Shouldn't have to ask for it. This is the way I see it. Oh shoot. Yeah.
Mrs. Brown.
I'll tell you what, I'll send it to her afterwards because it's like taking me away from the chat.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to.
Oh, could I get off the phone?
Mars says it might sound silly, but I do. Mr. P is an avid fan of Mrs. Brown's Boys.
I love that show.
Yeah.
That show.
But yeah, it's like same as we said. She were really excited that she'd reached the 500 and more, but she didn't ask for it. She was just sharing her excitement with everybody. The fact that she was so close to 500.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And same as Vicky always says, it's freely given, and it's not like Sharon doesn't come here like nearly I mean, even though it's like Vicky comes into the live streams, it's after o'clock in the morning, but Sharon and Vicky, I take my hat off to you getting up at a ridiculous hour and coming into my live streams. I do appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, we like it here. We make everybody giggle, and that's the fun thing about it. But yeah, it's, you know what, like, people don't appreciate it, but we come in sometimes. We just sit in the chat, and Bomb or Sharon is here almost every day. She'll come in, even if it's only for a few minutes. She makes sure to come in and say hello and how is everybody, and then
and the fact that she's recently been bereaved as well. I mean, because her husband died. So I mean, the fact that she's recently. What it is, JDS, the reason why you were timed out, and we've just been saying this, we've had to time it. We don't, if you come here on a regular basis, support will be freely given. We don't like people coming in and asking for support. We will give it.
Yeah. Yeah. She laughs out loud most days. Sharon, you're awesome. Oh.
Do you know I've inboxed you? Okay. Oh, I've got an itchy nose this morning. I know I was forward. I will not ask for sausage and eggs next time.
Yeah, it is something. Vicky's right. A wrench is earned. It's not something that's requested. Put it over, no, over there.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Oh, if you want to hang about after it's stopped, Bella and Vicky, I'll just. I'm not reading it out loud. What Ian's just messaged me.
Okay.
I'm good, but we're not on about wrenches, Sharon. We're on about basically asking for support, and as the it's just basic. Hey, Carl's in.
Hey.
Hi, Carl. I like my Carl.
So yeah, it's basically. I mean, people that are in the chat come here day after day after day. We got Barmer to over 500 on Saturday. That support was freely given.
Yeah.
EJ says yes, please don't tell. I'll tell the others later. But I mean, if you want to come on afterwards, Ian, just let me know and I'll. But you see that's why I didn't say anything, because it's nobody else's business. I mean, it's.
Okay. Hey, Ruby. How are you?
Hi, Ruby.
Right, I'm going to go because I've got things to do. Obviously, I've only come back last night. So I've got things to do. But when you have finished your live stream and you're going to go, give me a little message and I'll come back on live, okay?
Okay, then. Well, on Hangouts, we'll do
on Hangouts, yes. Yes. All right, sweetheart. I'll see you then.
Yeah, see you later, Bella. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, it is something
Don't forget
serious.
to call us up for the Hangouts.
Yeah.
All right, bye, guys.
Yeah, bye. I got banned from being queued at the weekend. Some dopey sod in an orange apron asked if I wanted decking. Lucky for me, I got the face punching.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, Balmer says, I know it took your breath away. That spoke volumes, yeah. But, you know, it's, it is, you know, I was sort of, what? But I mean, if one thing I do care about people, you know, I do appreciate everybody that comes in. And it's like, in the title, I always put the coffee crew, because that's basically what we are. We're a community. We're a community of friends, you know, like Vicky's in Canada, Barma Grits is in America, Ruby's in America, but we class ourselves as a community because we come together as friends.
Yeah.
You know, and that is basically what we are. We're a community of friends, even though we sort of, you know, we live opposite sides of the world. Well, not opposite sides of the world, but you know what I mean. We live in different countries. We are a community, and the aim of, you know, and this is why people come back time after time.
Yeah.
Because we do sort of discuss some serious things. Most of the time we're just having a laugh, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Barmer can't believe that Jason doesn't drink coffee.
But yeah, no, we're a close community. Like, we stand up for each other in times of need and stuff like that.
Hello.
Hello, I've said it 3 times.
Thought I might have a burglar.
Hello, Pixie, my love.
Hello, Vicky, my darling, my love.
And Ruby wants to know what came close to being a problem. Chris went out with the drone yesterday, and a fellow droner sort of came that close to crashing Pixie's drone out the sky.
Jeanette's just one big problem for me.
Oh boy.
He'll regret saying that, don't worry.
Yeah, especially if you make a lemon drizzle and he doesn't get any.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, Palmer says, I love Pepsi, prefer Diet Pepsi, but it doesn't come close to my coffee.
I don't drink coffee either, though, Mama, but it's just, I find it makes me too jittery. So I just don't drink it anymore.
Ruby Slippers says, a very polite burglar.
Yeah.
Nick's put, watch out, Chris, your burglar is making you coffee now. Yes.
Oh my god.
It's all right. It's a running joke, Ruby. I came down yesterday morning about 4 o'clock in the morning. I was making Chris a pack up because he was going out flying the drone. It says I heard somebody moving about downstairs. He thought it were a burglar, but it were me, you know, a burglar that's packing his lunch up for him. Oh, William says, I are just popping in to say hello, not feeling great.
Mommy.
What?
Red or brown?
Red, please. Jason says, next thing you know, they'll be bringing you carpet slippers and a newspaper. Oh, dear. But, yeah. Did I say WrestleMania? And I can't remember whether I did. Of course, down south where I live, everything is Coke. No matter what the can or bottle says, it's still a Coke.
Oh,
But yeah, so the plan was we was going to have soup for his dinner. But then Chris messaged me and he says, do you fancy, he says, should I call it at the chip shop and get a fish cake cob?
Oh.
Oh, you're going to have one anyway?
Yeah, I've got water on fish cake.
Right, I better get ready to go out. We'll catch you all lovely people later. See you later, Jason.
Bye, Jason.
Yeah.
So yeah. So is
Proper fish cakes.
yeah.
Mash a coffee in.
But yeah, that's the size of it. Look, how I'm going to eat all
Sweetheart,
that.
I told you
Aw.
about showing people the size of it.
Mar says, bye everyone, take care, fly hard, fly safe. Well, tell that
Who says that?
Mars.
The there, Mars.
I says, tell that guy that nearly crashed into Chris that. Hi Tina, how are you? But yeah, I heard someone whistling at. Are you left one of your phones behind?
No.
It must have been. Eh?
Might be that.
It might have. Yeah, that's what it might have been.
What's that?
It Galaxy tablet.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, it probably getting a notification or something. Because we
Yeah,
sat here and we heard someone go.
Yeah.
I can't whistle now.
Whistling, isn't it?
Ruby says yesterday she made fish and chips. Love it.
Oh, I love fish and chips so much.
It's coming.
It's not a proper fish and chips unless you're in England. That's all I can say. If you're not in the UK getting fish and chips, it's not the right
Yeah,
kind.
and you've got to have mushy peas with it.
Yes. Mushy peas. Mushy peas.
Well, this is actually a fish cake, but I mean, people relate fish cakes to these little things in breadcrumbs, but these are like proper Yorkshire fish cakes.
Yorkshire fish.
Yeah.
Spotted little things.
And they're in batter, and it's like proper fish inside them, not the processed stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
This is like proper fish.
It's the good stuff.
Mm. This is the real deal.
Yeah, exactly.
Ruby says ask burglars to snatch some milk.
Mm.
But yeah, that's the thing. Got a question for you, baby.
Right.
Has the landscapers round here got an hire van?
No, not that. No.
Well, there were a big white van pulled up today, parked in where they parked before, and then were there about 2 minutes and then went.
No. I don't. Anyway.
Sorry about that. I had a call I had a call, so I had to answer it, and then I'll go back to it in a few minutes.
Nick says I make a banging fish cake, but I'll just sort of. This is the other half. This is like a proper fish cake. Look.
Proper fish.
Oh, that looks so good.
That's got tomato sauce on it.
Yeah.
But whether or not I can eat that off is a different matter.
Vicky.
Shush you. You're so mean.
Sharon's put, oh, did she just... I always call him baby.
I'm a baby. She's my other half.
Oh, ball and chain.
That's it.
But yeah, you've got to have batter on fish, haven't you, really?
Absolutely, you have to.
Gail says, I love fish cakes with dips. Balmer says, oh, that's so sweet.
Oh.
I mean, when
Alright,
when I'm angry at him, I don't call him baby. I call him a few other choice words, but
yeah.
Don't worry, she gets the call back.
but on the whole, I do call him baby.
Yeah. But anyway, hon, I hate to say goodbye, but I gotta get Austin out of bed and off to school in the next half an hour. So I will see you tomorrow morning.
Okay then.
Sure.
Do you want me to leave it a while and invite everybody for a private hangout? Or
Yeah. Okay.
well, tell me like a time scale, like, you know.
Give me about a half hour, 45 minutes. 45 minutes. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Fine.
All right. I'll see you then.
Bye.
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 Bye, Pixie.
Bye, Vicky, my darling.
Oh, Ian's back.
Hello, Ian.
Balmer says Mr. Grits used to call me Pumpkin. I called him Precious. But I mean, you know, okay then, Gail. I'll see you later. Thanks for popping in.
Bye, Gail.
And don't forget to walk the chicken before you go to work. We've got keeping her all guessing because we're on about chicken.
Oh. Chicken.
That thing that Nick posted took through.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Where the walking chicken on the lead.
Oh, we're full chicken, weren't it? Oh, chicken nugget.
Paddy's wife catches him in bed with a midget, furious. She said, you promised me you wouldn't cheat again, Paddy. So can't you see I've cut down? I just come out with some corkers. Sorry, I've got red sauce all over me. I do hope everything goes okay, Tina. Check me that, Alan. Hang on a minute. I just want to show you something.
No.
Say,
We've got a mute camera.
just don't read it out loud. It says blame my mate Bob. I hope everything goes okay for him. I mean, it is a nerve-wracking thing having an operation, especially when it's anything to do with cancer. So what has everybody got planned for today? I understand not wanting to say that word. I was recently told of his widowmaker artery, and the one next to it was 100% blocked. We see, the thing is, I mean, I don't like the C word either, because that's what my mum died from as well. You know, but my mum was one of the unlucky ones that she died from it. That the cancer that my mum had got was in her bile duct, and it was like they told her it was virtually impossible to operate on that. Ruby says volunteering at the senior centre. But yeah, I mean, when my mum initially got the diagnosis, she got offered chemotherapy. And it was like a 2-drug one. But the fact of the matter is, it was going to make her more ill than what she, you know, that she already was. So she refused it to begin with. And she says, well, once it starts, if it starts growing or it starts spreading, then I'll plump for the chemotherapy. But it spread that fast that, you know, she never had time to have chemotherapy.
Congratulations, you could get a credit card that you didn't want.
SQB, SJ, bless you. But yeah, oh, canned apples, apple butter, peach jam yesterday. Oh, that sounds very nice, Ruby. Well, you see, as I was saying, me and Chris have been married 15 years. I mean, we've been together 18 years. This coming up to Christmas. So yeah, I mean, it's same. I mean, you don't like your other half being ill, or you know what I mean. What's in your pie? That was a fish cake. It weren't a pie, Ruby. It was a fish cake in a roll, a bread roll. And Mr. P's just making a coffee now. Very kind burglar, isn't it? You know, he bought me lunch and making me coffee as well. So, got very kind burglars around this area. Yes, we'll all be thinking about him on Friday, Tina, and hope everything goes well. Hiya, Pink Poodle, how are you? I enjoyed your live stream yesterday. Yes, very big, busy bit. Oh, you had to delete your stream. Why is that? No, you don't get many burglars like that, Nick.
Who wants a coffee?
Well, they can't have mine. I think Sharon might want it.
Yeah, Sharon. Slide over via drone. Oh.
No, there is some kind burglars around here. Bring your lunch home and make you a coffee. Oh, the stream went black and stayed buffering, but you could message.
Very strange. Was it a camera?
I don't know. I think Pink Poo, was it an iPad you was on?
Or is that whistle that you're on about?
What do you want? Yeah.
It's on here.
Just got a coffee. Yes, it was an iPad. She says everything went black and stayed buffering, but people could message. I mean, I'm not very technological, so I don't know. Yeah, she says I see you answered that already. Oh dear. It's a latte, actually, Sharon.
Latte.
Yes, it was a good stream, Pink Poodle. You see, I haven't got the first clue because I'm not very technological. I mean, I do know how to set the hangouts and everything up. I do know how to invite people up, but that's about as far as it goes. So I don't really know. So I'll probably go on a couple of more minutes and then oh, I've got one of them itchy nose. It's bugging me. Let's see it again. I wished I had smell-o-vision. It's a latte, look. I've got one of them Dolce Gusto coffee machines. So yes, it's a latte. You still not well. I made 2 mods and it went funny. Any ideas, Mr. P?
No,
It's all right, he's shaking his head.
No one, that one on me.
Yeah. I can't see as making moderator should make it do that, but I don't. As soon as I say, I haven't got a clue. I'm on a laptop. I go live via the YouTube and Hangouts.
What's he calling me up for? On the dinner break.
Sharon says, "Tell baby," since I don't know his name either, to make one of those. It's Chris. His name's Chris.
Well,
Got a phone call from work, even though he's on his dinner break. Reading between the lines, what Jeanette Pickering is saying is she's a snob. I have a little cat. Well, funny thing is, Nick, Chris bought it me 2 Christmases ago. And we'd ordered some stuff from Curry's / PC World. And I'd sort of done click and collect. Now, I got a message saying things is ready to collect. So we went over to the Curry's where we'd ordered them from. And right at the front of the store, and it says 1 day only, Dolce Gusto machines, and they were, I think, £35. But it was for that 1 day only. So basically, we got the machine and 2 boxes of pods because it uses the pods for it for less than 40 quid. But it was only that 1 day only, and same as we said, it was too good an offer to miss. And we never that lucky to get offers like that. No worries, I did the stream again. Maybe my late mum thought I was going on too much. There's one stream there was an orb. We see we've had several different things, like Chris was sat over there and he kept feeling someone tapping him on his shoulder. So we still reckon that that's me late mum, because she loved Pixie Chris to bits. I mean, going back to live streaming, Sharon, you'll know when the time's right. I mean, if you can sit there in front of a camera and do a vlog, then you can do a live stream. You know what I mean? Hi, Michelle, if you can sit there in front of a camera and do your vlogs, I mean, it's like Bella. She's only done less than a handful of live streams. And she's still nervous about it. But same as we all said to her, if you can sit there in front of a camera doing your vlogs, then you can sit there in front of a camera and do a live stream.
Once you go live, you never go back.
Oh dear. Nick's put, you need to speak to Gail regarding chicken. She's an expert.
Always one, isn't there?
But yeah, I mean, you'll know when the time is right if you're up to it, you know. I mean, and if you want any you know, input on it, you know, you've only got to message me or Chris. I mean, he's on Facebook, Sharon. It's Chris Pickering.
The Facebook's actually on the banner page.
Yes, his Facebook is, if you look
On the home page.
yeah, if you look up Pixie's channel, I mean, I don't know whether you've got Pixie's channel, but that's baby in the corner. Obviously, yeah, that's baby in the corner. That's Pixie's channel. If you click on his page, there is a link to his Facebook page.
Tons of videos need watching, not that I'm self-promoting.
Oh dear. Pink Poodle says she's not well today. My legs are in bandages today to try and get the swelling down.
Uh-oh.
So she's having to be in bed with her legs raised.
That's no good.
But you see, I keep having problem with this hand. It's really swollen, and Mr. P keeps threatening to kick me up the touch because, but it's a really busy day at our doctor's on a Monday. So I says I'm not going to even attempt it today. Yeah, you're welcome. I mean, if we can help anybody in any way, shape, or form, and that's why, you know, you'll have to type it. Do you want me to put a link in?
What for me?
You mean Pixie's channel?
I've typed
It's typed a bit further up. It says Pixie's channel, and it's put I'll do all. If you just scroll back a little bit.
Tell you what. Typing it in here.
Hi, Health and Fashion. How are you? I'm not going to go on much longer. Yes, please. There you go. It's put in the chat. Hello. That is Chris, aka Baby in the corner. Yeah. Well, there's a link on his channel to his Facebook. So if you want to add him on Facebook, I mean, he don't say that he knows everything, but I mean, he knows a hell of a lot more than what I do, if you know what I mean. Well, that's good. I mean, at least you know it's like me, Pink Poodle. I am riddled with arthritis, and it's a case of you have to get yourself up, you have to get yourself motivated. But I can only do limited things. I mean, Pink Poodle supported you.
Thank you. I've already got Pink Poodle.
But you see, it's a case of, like, we had the shopping delivered on Saturday. Now, I buy 2 cases of cat meat because we've got 3 cats. And there's like 12 cans in each pack. And I sat with it on my knee, and I open it. Chris stands near the cupboard, and I like passing the cans over. Now, my hand was that bad on Saturday, I couldn't even grip the cans. But if you look, Sharon, on his actual page, it's got a link to his Facebook page as well. So if you want to add him on Facebook. And Ruby says, hello, Pixie.
Hello, Ruby.
Health and Fashion says they've got you.
I've got them back. Michelle's corner.
But yeah, I mean, if you want to know, you know, how to set it up or blah, 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 you know. Now, which video am I looking for? She's wanted to watch the drone one. What, Phantom 4?
Phantom 4 Advance. Nearly got taken. Nearly took out my Phantom. It's the second one
Yeah, it's not the one that he's done this morning. It's the one before that one. It's the drone one. And you'll see how close it came to taking his drone out. Where are you from, Pixies? Well, Pixie's actually my husband and is over there, and we're in Yorkshire, South Yorkshire.
Yorkshire, South Yorkshire.
So yeah, Pixie's channel is my husband. Most people know that come in here anyway. So yeah, it's not the one that the time lapse one that he did this morning. It's the one before that one.
But you can watch that one as well. It's only a video.
Yeah, but yes, I'm not kidding you, Sharon. It were a close call, I'll tell you.
Let's put it this way. This way, I might not be here.
Yeah, well, you see, Pixie was on YouTube a lot longer than what I was. I only started my YouTube channel after the death of my mother.
Yeah,
and
I've only been on it seriously for about 2 years.
Yeah,
now,
and I started my YouTube channel because I felt myself going into depression, etc. And it's my form of therapy, basically. So yeah. Nick says too close for comfort. That's exactly what Chris said, Nick. Too close for comfort, and talk about a gnat's whisker, and it were literally a gnat's whisker. She says she's found the video, but I don't see it. It's actually on his main page, Sharon.
Oh, she's found the video, but she hasn't found my Facebook page. If you go to my homepage, the banner, the top right hand corner, you'll see the little Facebook site. Click on that, it'll take me straight there. I'll take you straight there, I should say. You're looking on your phone?
No, I'm. An hour.
An hour. Well,
what did Bill want then? Oops, sorry, I've said his name.
He just wants to thank me for a job that we did this morning.
Oh, you actually got a thank you. It's all right if you're wondering. That's his boss, and he says he actually rung him to thank him for a job that he did this morning. It's the first time for everything. But if you go, if you click on his actual homepage, you know where it says Pixie's channel, everything, Sharon, it will say there's a link to his Facebook. If you just click on that, it'll send you over to his Facebook channel.
Facebook channel?
Facebook thing, whatever. But anyway, so what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to shut it down for now. If you've got any questions, Sharon, just message me. You know what? You've got me on Facebook. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut it down now. And I'll see you all bright and early in the morning. So,
Bye.
bye. Bye.